Good morning, friends. Lately, I've been trying to really utilize my mornings before work to kind of battle that feeling that life is just waking up, going to work, coming home, doing chores, and going to bed and doing it all over again. And this week, I'm challenging myself to wake up at 5 a.m. every morning to really try and slow down and be mindful of how I start my days. It's not going to be about making a perfect routine, but about romanticizing what you already have and trying to make room for all the different areas of my life that's important to me. So every morning will have a different kind of theme or fit into a different category, from more slow mornings to creative ones and productive ones. So come along with me as I share what a week of intentional mornings can look like. I do want to preface this by saying that I am someone who always gets up early, and I don't really struggle with that because I go to bed so early, I suppose. So this is not going to be about how to get up early, but if you want my tips on that, let me know down below and I would be more than happy to share how I became a morning person. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's just get right into it. It is Monday morning and I'm thinking today is gonna be all about slowing down and getting into the moment and enjoying that I don't have to rush and get ready for work. So I just took my time, made myself a nice cup of coffee and a stunning portion of oatmeal with apples and cinnamon and peanut butter, my go-to breakfast for the fall time. And I'm just gonna sit here on the couch and eat my breakfast. But before I do that, I find that just after making my coffee, it is the perfect time to do a little meditation while it cools down enough for me to drink it. So I just do a quick 5-minute meditation in the mornings. And as you guys know, I love to use the app Headspace. This is not sponsored or anything, but I'm gonna do a quick meditation on Headspace and I'll talk to you after.
That which is not, and to set the latter free. Just breathe out through the mouth, just focusing on that sensation.
That was so nice. I really feel so calm. Just 5 minutes of meditation really can do wonders. Now I'm very excited to eat my breakfast and drink my coffee. I'm all cuddled up in my robe because it's kind of freezing in here. It's the 6th of October now, but the apartment building I live in, they haven't turned on the heating yet. Apparently they're doing some sort of renovation, so they have to wait until Thursday this week to turn it on, which I'm so excited about because it is so cold in here. But it's also a little bit cozy to finally be able to like fully bundle up. I kind of love it. I'm gonna eat my breakfast now and I'm gonna try and eat it with no entertainment going. Usually I would eat my breakfast and like watch a YouTube video or something like that, read a book, be on my phone, but I'm gonna try and just enjoy my lovely breakfast without any inputs and not ruin this calm I've just created for myself. Also, important note, I am not looking at my phone yet. I do have it with me, but all of my apps are locked until 8 a.m. and they are every morning. That's a big tip for you guys because it really doesn't make any sense to like get up at 5 a.m. to just be on your phone in the mornings. Don't do that. You can fill your mornings with whatever you want to except being on your phone. Okay, let's eat. Okay, breakfast was delicious and it is only 6 a.m. now. what the heck? I have so much time, but I feel amazing. I'm such a breakfast person. I just am one of those people who just wake up hungry, and it's like my system just doesn't really work until I've had something to eat. And whenever I've just had my breakfast and my first cup of coffee, I just feel like $1,000,000. But now I thought I would do some journaling, set some intentions for the week. You guys know I have my gratitude journal. I'll link this down in the description, as well of course as my Louise Carmen journal that I love so much. So I'm thinking I'm gonna start out by filling out this gratitude journal. It just has, I don't know if you can see, it has a daily quote, some lines for gratitude, some intentions for the day, some affirmation, and then a little section that you fill out at nighttime. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just do like a free flow journal in my Louise Carmen and just do a big brain dump here at the very start of the week. Everything I'm thinking about, everything that's taking up space in my head, just gonna try and get it down on paper and see if I can organize it into some intentions that I want to bring with me for the rest of the week. So let's do that now. And I usually do journal and meditate in the mornings, but usually I kind of rush through it because I have a workout class or something like that to get to. But today I'm just giving myself the time and space to just do everything slowly and really be in the moment with it. So I love a good long journaling session. It just hits so different. Today's quote is, "All big things in this world are done by people who are naive and have an idea that is obviously impossible." That's very good. Did some journaling and I feel amazing. I wrote out 3 whole pages and maybe I've been writing for about 30 minutes. If you know The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, where she presents morning pages, that is what she recommends, that you write out for 3 notebook pages without stopping, and that's pretty much what I did. And I feel like I just covered my whole life situation. I always feel like I start out by journaling like, here is the plan for today. Right now I'm filming this, blah 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 blah. Like very concrete information. Then I go into all my worries, like, oh, and I'm so worried about that, blah blah blah. And then I could stop there and then go on with my day and feel like shit. But then when I keep writing, I find that what always happens, which is pretty beautiful, is that I start kind of gentle parenting myself and I start changing those thoughts. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I'll address those worries and I'll go into them and I'll try and say the same things to me as I would if it was a friend who had these worries, and kind of help me reframe some worries that may not be rooted in reality. And also maybe some worries are just silly and I need to tell myself that. Some worries are just completely out of my control and I need to just stop thinking about them and focus on what I can control. And some of it is just straight up complaining. When putting that into writing, it helps you realize what you're doing, and then I try to reframe it and adopt a more positive mindset. If you are not journaling, then what are you doing? It is free therapy. It is so good for you, and if you don't immediately start feeling better, then just give it a couple of pages and I promise you, eventually you will feel so much better. And I feel like after a good journaling session, it's like my mind just goes all of a sudden, just a clear mind, blue skies, and I can breathe again. Anyway, it is now 7 a.m. I am loving this. I wish I could do this every morning. I usually want to start like showering and getting ready around 7:30. So I'm gonna take these next 30 minutes to do some reading. As you guys know, I have my Kindle that I love, and currently I am really enjoying reading nonfiction in the morning because I feel like it just sets me up for the day. It makes me super motivated. Of course, it has to be the right books, but I love a good self-help book. I prefer the ones that are written by scientists and some of the classic heavyweights within the genre. So I'm currently reading The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People that for some reason I haven't read yet, and I haven't made it very far because usually I only have 10 minutes to read in the mornings. Now I'm gonna read for 30 minutes. Yes, let's do some reading. finished getting ready and I just wanted to show you my outfit. This is a new angle for showing my outfits. Let me know if this works. It's always so hard with YouTube because the image is horizontal and I'm tall and I have a small apartment, so it's hard to find a place where I can show you my whole outfit. But I went a little bit more street with my outfit today than I usually do. I am just wearing a basic white t-shirt from Uniqlo with some baggy jeans. These are from Weekday. They are the Rail model, I think they're called, with my New Balance sneakers, and then this oversized like striped shirt that I thrifted. And as always, I am wearing this, not tiger eye, I always forget what this is called in English. If you can tell, let me know down in the comments. I just love this necklace. I always wear it. I think it gives a little something to almost every outfit. And then I did the overnight curls in my hair, and I don't put any hairspray or anything in here, so it doesn't hold up very well, but I like that it gets more natural throughout the day, and then I'll just touch it up tonight if I feel like it. And I never know whether to brush them out or not. Today I just ran my fingers through and I think that works better, like they hold up better. However, obviously when you brush it through you get that more clean and shiny look. I don't know. And then for a jacket, it is pretty gray and gloomy outside today. I don't think it's gonna rain, but it's Denmark, so it may rain. But I'm thinking I'm gonna wear my blazer. Whenever I wear my blazer with a shirt, I like to kind of pop the color over. Just think that looks cool. And then of course I'm bringing my brown leather bag from Arket that I always bring to work. And then I'm a little scared that I'm gonna be too cold, so maybe I'll have to bring a sweater. I have this navy thrifted Capitol Hill sweater with a little v-neck that I think works well with this outfit, so I'm gonna bring that. That's the difficult part about getting dressed these days, is when I get outside and get on my bike, I will be freezing, but by the time I'm halfway to the office, I will be sweating no matter how little clothes I'm wearing. That's the only downside to biking to work. Maybe I'll just wear it over my shoulders for now. And just like that, we're all ready to go to work. I have had the most lovely, slow, mindful morning, and I wish I could do this every day. That is probably not realistic, but every now and then, especially on a Monday morning, to avoid that Monday morning dread of going into the office, getting up early and just having a slow morning, filling your own cup before you go out into the world is such a hack. I highly recommend. I feel amazing. Now I'm gonna get on my bike, I'm gonna listen to some Taylor Swift, and yes, I am still in love with the new album. Okay, let's go to work. I'll see you tomorrow. Tuesday morning at 5:30. Today it was so much harder to get up than it was yesterday. I did stay up a little bit late yesterday editing, but I still got up at 5. Well, 10 past 5. And I just switched directly into some workout clothes, made myself some breakfast, a cup of coffee. Recently I've been having instant coffee, which is not the best but cheap. And then, as you know, I'm a big breakfast person, so I grabbed one of these overnight chia seed puddings that I have in the fridge. I've shared the recipe on here quite a few times, so let me know in the comments if you want the recipe. It's so delicious. It's like a blueberry chia seed pudding. And this breakfast is perfect for today because it saves a lot of time, it's super quick and easy, and we have places to be this morning because I booked a Reformer class this morning. As you guys know, I love Reformer Pilates so much. I have not been going as consistently recently as I want to be going, but this morning we're gonna head out. The class starts at 6:30, so I have to leave a little past 6, which is so early, and I'm really slow to wake up in the mornings, so being at a workout class within the first hour and a half after waking up is so intense for me, which is why I need coffee and breakfast first thing to give me some energy. And then I do have the bike ride over there to wake me up, and it is so dark and freezing outside. It's gonna get so much harder to get up and go to morning workout classes now that it's so cold and dark out in the mornings. But we're gonna do it anyway. If you know me, you know that there is just no chance that I'm gonna get it done in the afternoon and evenings. I'm such a morning workout person, even though it might not seem like it right now. Sometimes I have been in like really good routines with just waking up every morning, going to Pilates every morning, but that's just not feasible right now. So I'm currently striving for once or twice a week. That's where we're at. Just needed a huge cup of coffee this morning. If you are someone who struggles to fit working out into your week, I highly suggest trying to implement it into your mornings. And maybe you look at this and think, I could never wake up at 5 a.m. and get up and do a workout before work. That's so crazy, or whatever. That's the reaction I get most of the time when I get into the office and I mention, like the annoying person I am, that I've been to a workout class this morning. People are like, what? That's crazy. But really, it's just a habit. It's no different from going in the afternoon. If you've built the habit of getting up early and getting up and putting on your workout clothes, and it's definitely made easier by tricks such as laying out your workout clothes the night before, booking your classes, getting to bed early. And if you have all of that down, just waking up, putting the clothes on, getting out of the house, it's really not that hard. And you can do it too. So don't tell yourself that, oh, I could never. You definitely could. And it's totally fine if you don't want to, but you could. Okay, I'm gonna eat my breakfast and just get out the door. Cheers! Let's go! Today was amazing. I just feel like my whole body is filled with endorphins. I was on the bike with the beautiful sunrise, listening to Taylor Swift. I don't know when I'm gonna start listening to any other kind of music again. Since The Life of a Showgirl came out, that's all I've listened to. It just puts me in the best mood, such a happy pill. Now I'm back home, I just showered, got ready, put on some makeup, and I thought I'd show you my outfit. The overnight curls are non-existing because I was sweating my ass off at Pilates, and again, I don't put any hairspray or anything in there. There's still life in my hair, which is the most important thing. I'm just having my second cup of coffee that I don't even think I need, honestly. Feeling full of energy. But I'm wearing this burgundy roll neck sweater from Commence that they recently sent me. It is gifted. I'll leave a link down in the description. They have so much cute stuff. Then I'm wearing these fitted dress trousers that are from And Other Stories. Let me show you in the mirror so you can properly see. It's difficult to show you because they are just black pants. My creaky floors, oh my god. Now let's figure out what coat to wear. I have a few different options. It's really difficult to dress for the temperatures outside because they change so much, so I'm not gonna worry too much about that. Option one is this very 90s Lorelai Gilmore, Jennifer Aniston kind of little leather jacket that I thrifted. I think it goes super well with this roll neck. Very, very cute look, but I don't know if it's gonna rain today. It might not be the most weather appropriate because, I mean, I can close it, but I definitely prefer the look of it when it's open. Then I have another leather jacket, just this black blazer. As you can tell, we're going for a very different style than yesterday. And then lastly, it is starting to get cold enough to wear a coat. I have this navy Hilfiger coat that my mom gave to me. Now we're going very office. Might be the most practical one in case of rain. I don't know. I do think this might be too hot, actually. I'm gonna wear the little one just because I think it's one of my last chances of wearing it until the new year. So let's do that. So here's the final outfit with my work bag, and I'm wearing my Adidas because unfortunately, I mean, obviously the only thing that would be appropriate for this outfit is a pair of high-heeled boots, leather boots, obviously, but I don't wear that to work. That's simply not an option. So Adidas it is, and it kind of ruins the vibe. Oh, garbage truck is outside. Anyway, I'm feeling pretty cute for a regular Tuesday. Now let's go into the office. I'll see you in the morning. Wednesday and another 5 a.m. morning, and I do think it's definitely starting to get easier, even though I still think that the darkness and coldness makes it harder to get out of bed. But I do love a good dark morning. It is just so cozy. There's nothing worse in summer when you like get up at 5 a.m. and you just want to get up before the day starts, but then it's just like all bright outside. I feel so good being up when it's still dark. I feel good about myself. Anyway, I just made myself a cup of coffee and grabbed my last one of my overnight oats, so maybe I'll make some more tonight. They're super quick and easy to make. And now the plan is actually just to get back in bed because today's theme is working on passion projects or goals, dreams, stuff like that. So if there's anything that you have been wanting to work on that has nothing to do with your job and everything to do with you, if there is a language you've wanted to learn, maybe you have a business you want to start, maybe you've been wanting to write a novel, spending time in the morning is my actual favorite way to work on those kind of things, because again, for me as a morning person, I am just the most productive in the morning. And also, if I go into the office for 8 hours, I will spend all my energy there, and then when I come home I will have no energy left for my own thing, which we're gonna do it the other way around. I would much rather get up early, spend hours of energy on my own thing, and then be a little bit less productive at work, if that's what it takes. I hope my boss is not watching this. I just focus better in the morning. I can work for longer stretches of time without getting distracted. In the evenings, I feel like I can work for 20 minutes and then I need a snack or a walk outside or something. But in the mornings, I can just sit at my computer and have like super focus and work faster than ever before. So that's what we're gonna do now. I have some editing to do on my new video. It's gonna be a super long one, maybe about an hour, and I have no business making YouTube videos that are an hour long, but if you haven't watched that yet, I'll link it somewhere up here. God, it's so early to be talking. Coffee. Okay, let's get to it. Editing my video, but it took quite a long time, and I ended up editing until like 10 to 8, and I have to leave at 8:30. So I just quickly showered, did not have time to wash my hair, which is why I have it in a slick back bun. Sorry if you can hear the garbage truck outside. It's always there just as I am doing my makeup in the morning. But yeah, I feel super great that I just woke up early and spent a few hours editing, getting my video ready. So now I'm just uploading it to YouTube, and then I have to make a thumbnail and description and all that, but then it's ready for this Sunday, which feels good, so I'm not so last minute. I'm trying to find a balance with how early on I should be with my videos, because it's nice for me to be like a few weeks in advance, so if anything happens, like if I get sick or something, I'll still be able to post even if I take a weekend off. However, when I do that, I'm just very behind. I kind of want to talk to you guys real time, and from I film a video until you see it, if it's like 2 or 3 weeks, then I just feel less connected to you guys. So it is definitely a balance, but I just feel so accomplished that I was able to finish the video before work this morning. Makeup done, let me show you my outfit. Today I'm wearing just a tank top with this navy sweater that I thrifted with a little v-neck, and like I said, I didn't have time to wash my hair, so we have it in a slick back today. And I'm wearing these men's suit pants that I had my mom alter a little bit. These are also thrifted. Just threw on my leather blazer and my New Balance sneakers, and of course my Arcade bag. And that's it, and I'm all ready for today. I had a lovely morning, so productive. I feel so good about myself that I've gotten such a head start on the last 3 days now. Only 2 more days to go of this video. I'm feeling pretty good about myself so far. Okay, time to head to work. I will see you tomorrow. Mwah! Good morning, friends. It's Thursday. I overslept. I just cannot seem to get out of bed today, and it's like 6 a.m. now. Ugh. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm up. It is an oatmeal and coffee kind of morning, have my vitamins. And this morning the plan is to go out and go on a nice long sunrise walk. All the experts talk about it. Mel Robbins does it, Andrew Huberman does it. Apparently it's just really good for you and good for your circadian rhythm to get outside and get moving and get sunlight as early as possible after waking up. Now I live in Denmark and it's October, which means it's still pitch black outside even though it's like 6:30 now. But I do think the sun is gonna start rising any minute now, so I'm gonna eat my breakfast and then just get outside and walk until the sun is up. That's the plan. I'm so tired today, wow. Was so amazing. It actually is such a mood booster. Initially I just so did not want to do it, but I was just listening to some music, getting some movement in. It felt great, highly recommend. It's funny how we always feel the most resistance towards things that are so good for us. Anyway, it is 8:30 now, I have to get to work, but I just wanted to show you today's outfit, which is very basic. I feel like this is a uniform for me that I just wear all the time. Just a pair of jeans. These ones are from weekday. I always get my jeans from weekday because they have extra length, which I need. And then some sort of basic t-shirt or long sleeve top. This one is from Gina Tricot. I have it in a few different colors. And that's really it. I'm gonna wear my New Balances and a coat. I just threw on my navy coat from Hilfiger. I just think this is so flattering. And then I'm wearing my New Balance sneakers, which doesn't really go, but that's Denmark for you. We will wear sneakers with any outfit. I also washed my hair, which was about time. Feels really good. And then depending on how cold it is outside, I may just put on this little scarf that my mom made for while I'm on the bike. And then it is officially gloves weather in Denmark. So I'm just gonna wear these suede gloves. These are some old ones that were my mom's. And I have these in a bunch of different colors. They're my favorite kind of gloves. And that's the outfit for biking to work. I didn't do that much this morning, but still feels great to get up early every day, even though I overslept a little bit. Anyway, let's get into the office and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah! Morning friends, it is Friday morning and the last morning in this Mornings in My Life video, and today is all about joy and hobbies and cozy comfort. So I just woke up early with no plan really, except to do things that bring me joy and fill my cup before the workday. Something I really love to do is treat Fridays kind of sacred for just joy. I'm not gonna do any boring tasks on Fridays if I can help it. I'm gonna do all the fun things. It's a little treat for making it through the work week. So I just woke up early, made my coffee and did some reading in bed, and now I thought I would spend a little time coloring because there really is no activity that brings me more into the moment than coloring in my coloring book. Just doing something with your hands that does not require a lot of thinking. And then my perfect thing is to combine that with listening to an audiobook. And recently I've been listening to all the Harry Potter books, and I just finished the last one, and oh my god, I forgot how good the Harry Potter books are. And this is my first time listening to them in English with Stephen Fry, which was great. I've always listened to them in Danish as a child. But as you guys know, I have been rewatching the Twilight films recently because that's such a fall thing to do for me. But it's been so many years since I've read the Twilight books, and since I finished the Harry Potter audiobooks, I thought I would start listening to Twilight on audiobook. Again, I've never read them in English, so I'm thinking I'll see if I can find them in English. And I think that would be such a cozy thing to do over the next few few weeks and months to re-listen to Twilight. I like to read nonfiction in the mornings, then I read whatever fantasy or fiction book I'm currently reading in the evenings, and then I also like to have an audiobook running that I can listen to while I do my makeup or while I do the dishes. And that's gonna be the Twilight saga for the next couple of weeks. So let's listen to Twilight and do some coloring and just enjoy my time, because no one is saying you have to wake up to be super productive. Maybe sometimes I'd rather be productive in the evenings and then just spend my mornings being cozy and filling my own cup and relaxing. I just showered and now I am doing my makeup. Coloring was so nice. Unfortunately, I'm using a Danish app for my audiobooks and they only had the Danish version of Twilight, but that's okay because it is so nostalgic, like the sound of the reader, Karin Rørbæk. I've just listened to them so many times when I was younger, so it's just all coming back to me. Such a cozy feeling. I find that when I'm listening to new books that I haven't heard before or read before on audiobook, because I'm always listening to audiobooks while I'm doing all sorts of other things, I find it hard to concentrate, especially when I listen in English. So for my audiobooks, I either need it to be something like a super simple fiction, not too high fantasy, or something I've read before. It is currently 8 a.m. so I have 30 minutes-ish before I have to leave for work. And I have just absolutely loved this week of cozy, intentional mornings. It hasn't been about like crazy productivity, which I've really enjoyed. I've just been so in the moment. And usually my mornings routine are all about fitting everything in all at once. I meditate, journal, read, have breakfast, go to a workout class, come back home, get ready. Like trying to do everything at once, which is also nice sometimes. But what I'm losing when doing that is kind of the mindfulness and the being in the moment and the taking things slow, which especially in fall time, I really enjoy. So I think I'm gonna keep this new system, but adjust it a little bit, but where I don't have to do everything every single day. But as long as I touch on all the different areas of my life throughout the week, then that's good enough. And that, yeah, I'm trying not to make it my personality to be busy. And I do have a lot of things on my plate, so I can fall into that trap of feeling like I am just a failure if I'm not constantly productive. And I think I really want to work on that and take more intentional time off where, yeah, I just wake up early in the morning just to color in my coloring book, even though there's nothing productive about that. It's just joyful. And I want to make room for more just quiet joy in my life. As you can maybe tell, my skin is still not doing great. And I am just hanging in there until I have a doctor's appointment at the end of October to figure it out. But until then, I am just trying to survive and cover it up as best as I can, even though it's absolutely impossible. That is my makeup done. I'm so excited it's Friday. I'm so looking forward to the weekend, even though I've had lots of lovely time to myself all the mornings this week. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found some inspiration for how to make the most out of your mornings and really enjoy and romanticize your life before work. This week has just done wonders for my mental health, so I highly suggest trying to do something similar. I am aware that I haven't really talked much about how I wake up this early and how to get out of bed in the mornings, but for me it all comes down to the evening routine. For me, once you have your evening routine down, it is so much easier to get up early. And then it's also a habit that you just have to train, and you have to do it for an extended amount of time before it feels natural. I usually wake up around 6 a.m. every morning, so this week where I'm trying to wake up at 5 has not been super difficult for me, but I understand if you're trying to completely change all your routines, it would be more difficult to do this. So if you're interested in me sharing my evening routine with you, I don't think I've ever actually shared like a proper evening routine. So if you'd like to see that, leave a comment down below and I'll try to get to that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you next week.